What's up, Yoda Tech? Chef Yoda 4x4. I had to go through a couple trial and errors, and I finally finished my panel on the driver side. Decided to go with the same as the passenger side first. You can see the front light, the LED is working really well. And I have these set up as well to turn on LEDs as I open the tailgate. Better grease that up, huh? Okay, so I've done reupholstered the, you're going to get a lot of moths probably, right? I've reupholstered the tailgate with the same stuff, a bed rug type material as I've done on the panels. That is actually the same exact material, so I'm not sure exactly why it's looks lighter, but I guess a different section of it, but kind of looks cool. It's actually okay. Whereas you can see this is exactly the same. I really don't understand, but anyway, these both lock. They're both hinged and very tight. To make no rattling, I've actually bent the tang, the tongue on the back of the lock to secure tightly without, damaging the lock over time. So it turns smoothly, but it still is very secure. So anyway, I've put in, as you can see, Polk Audio DXI 690s, and I can't give props enough to these speakers. They're just fantastic sound. Great bass, everything else, mids and highs. They're the three-way ones, so I guess that's what the DXI 690 is. But anyway, the little white thing there is actually a piece of a foam, the styrofoam thing that I put in there to expand out where that latch is, but I'm going to redo it. It's not a big deal. Anyway, as you can see, the rivets are back in, but they're longer. They're the Ford version of push pins. Because they're a little longer, they can go through the carpet. I've got the trim back in, all the L trim all the way to the back. This is left long enough to where it's going to go back. It's going to go inside of this, but I'm going to use a hot knife to get it down really thin. The same as this one over here. And this is obviously filthy dirty, but they come out nice and clean. It's just from that last trip to Tierra del Sol. But anyway, just wanted to show, anybody has any questions as to how I did these. It was, it was a bit of work, but I think it was well worth it. The sound is incredible. As far as I also dampened and insulated the entire panels from front to the back of the front seats there. So the entire panel is completely insulated with dampening and Frost King, which is a closed cell foam foil backed auto sticking stuff that you put on ducting, etc. I did leave a gap for the drainage on the pinch welds all the way up and down. Just enough though, but I rolled it in tight, so it's very, very much in there tight without any air. But as you can see, man, this is like, with these three lights, it's like daylight. It's absolutely fantastic. And it took a long time to think a lot of this stuff out and all that, but it's not that difficult. I would encourage anyone to try it if you're willing to do the work. You can see I have the deck lamp in there as well. These are all independently able to turn on or off. On, off, and then door. And then if I keep it on, one will stay on if I needed it to, let's say, but provide just a little light. And then I'm almost ready to, I'm going to turn this on really quick. I have to still use the parking lamp. Just for now, I'm hot wiring the deck lamp, but you can see now, when I shut this, the light from this is still on. That just fooled me for a sec, but this is a really nice, it's actually fairly bright. I'm going to try it, I guess, with a video to show you, but it really does. It's lighting up all the way over here. Plenty. So I'll do another video without the flash, but you can see just from, you know, it's a 4 LED red. It's impossible to tell with the camera, but it's actually like a really, like a street light red. And it's fairly bright, but not so bright that I'm like, you know, lighting up. I'm not trying to light up the whole cabin. I'm just trying to light up. I'll actually close this. That will help a little bit. So you can see, it's not lighting up the entire, it does light up the whole cab, our cargo area, but just lightly, like I said, and the roll bar will keep it out of my eyes up there when I'm sleeping. I'm going to run a separate switch for this up to just behind my head, where I'm going to also have a, you know, hidden rear window switch for when I'm sleeping back here. So that rear window motor is also going to be replaced, this one. But I'm really grateful for Yodotech and all the help I got on there, and appreciate you guys hanging out and stopping in to see how it's coming. It's been a total... This one was really kind of a pretty big pain in the butt. But it turned out great, and it's done. So I'm totally satisfied. And the funny thing is, with that cost that I was telling you guys about those these screws that hold in the trim, I found them. Of course, after I got them. So having carpet under this, I have it plush with this, so it's not really holding this back, but it is snug. And I wanted it that way. I did that purposely all the way across. But it does create a tiny little space, a little bit of tension. But to where the screws they gave me that are not self-tapping anymore, they don't make those anymore at all. They're not available. They don't sink in all the way. They're not long enough. So those will be going back at, you know, 6 times $2.20 or something like that. Yeah. They'll be going back. So, just wanted to show that as well. This has been a really cool, pretty fun adventure, even though it's been a total pain in the butt fixing my rig up. This is the WeatherTech AVM mat, for anyone that had been asking me about that. So, like I said again, that's it for this. And till the next phase, which will be the Old Man Emu Spring leaf pack spring swap. All right.